Once upon a time, in the lush green valleys of an ancient eastern land, surrounded by the majestic blue mountains, there lived an old hermit. This hermit had chosen a life of solitude, spending his days in the heart of nature, the lap of the mountains, conversing with the winds, the trees, and the babbling brooks. His existence was an enigma to the villagers residing in the valley below, who often wondered why the old man preferred solitude over the warmth of their vibrant community. They marveled at his serene demeanor and his uncanny wisdom, which he often imparted to those who dared the steep trek to his humble abode. One warm summer day, a young monk, driven by curiosity and the quest for understanding, made his way to the hermit's abode. Seeking wisdom, he asked the old hermit, "Why do you choose to live alone? Is it not lonely? Is it not harsh?" The hermit smiled at the young monk's questions, understanding the depth of his curiosity, and began his tale. "The first reason for my solitude," the hermit said, his eyes reflecting the sunlight filtering through the ancient trees, "is clarity. Life in the village is full of noise and distractions. One gets entangled in the chatter, the markets, the festivals, the joys, the sorrows, the dramas. But up here, in the bosom of nature, there is only the rustling of leaves, the chirping of birds, the whispering of the wind. The silence is not empty, but full of answers. It allows my mind to quieten, my thoughts to settle like dust, revealing a clear mirror reflecting the essence of existence. The silence grants me clarity, helping me to see the world as it is, not as it appears to be." The young monk nodded, mulling over the profound simplicity of the hermit's words. His gaze dropped to the rough wooden floor of the hermit's hut as he absorbed the wisdom he'd been gifted. After a while, the hermit continued, "The second reason is compassion. When one is constantly embroiled in the maelstrom of societal engagements, it becomes easy to overlook the struggles of others. By being alone, I gain a broader perspective, akin to the sight of the eagle soaring high in the skies. It helps me appreciate the interconnectedness of all beings, the shared struggles and joys. And when I venture down to the village, my solitude-forged compassion guides me to assist, to listen, to be there for those who need it. You see, my young friend, it is only in being apart that one can truly understand the value of being together." At this, the young monk looked up, his eyes bright with a new understanding. The idea of solitude breeding compassion seemed counterintuitive at first, yet as he thought about it, he could perceive the wisdom in the hermit's words. Noticing the young monk's eagerness, the hermit continued, "The third reason, dear monk, is creativity. Humans are creatures of habit. We often get caught up in familiar routines and patterns, our minds becoming stagnant ponds instead of flowing rivers. Solitude provides an environment for the mind to wander, to explore, to imagine. It fosters introspection, leading to self-discovery and new ideas. It is from the depths of solitude that the greatest poems are penned, the most profound truths unearthed, and the most beautiful dreams dreamt." As the hermit finished his point, a subtle nod from the monk showed his realization of how solitude could be the catalyst of creative discovery. Finally, the hermit shared, "The fourth reason is courage. When we live amidst others, it's easy to become dependent on their presence, their opinions, their validation. We become afraid of loneliness, of disapproval, of making decisions. Solitude teaches us to be independent, to trust our judgments, to make our choices. It fosters resilience and the courage to face any storm that life might bring. Solitude, in essence, is the crucible in which the sword of courage is forged." As the hermit concluded, he looked at the young monk with a serene smile. The monk, now lost in the depths of the profound understanding he had gained, sat silently, contemplating the wisdom the hermit had shared. After some time, the young monk rose, bowed to the hermit, and began his descent back to the village. He carried with him the profound lessons of solitude, clarity, compassion, creativity, and courage, each a shining gem of wisdom gleaned from the heart of an ancient, solitary life. It was a trek he would remember for the rest of his life, not for its physical strain, but for the illuminating truths it brought to light. And so, the tale of the hermit who lived alone by choice spread, inspiring many who heard it to venture into periods of solitude, to seek their own clarity, foster compassion, stimulate creativity, and discover courage. And in doing so, they found that being alone was not a punishment, but a beautiful journey towards inner harmony and understanding.